Hey guys, what's good? Mike here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. In this video, I want to give you some tips, some pointers, some advice and strategies when it comes to putting your portfolio together. It's still a very difficult task, and I say that because in all of the years I've been designing, you would think that as designers we have this figured out, but it's still a challenge because of many reasons. One, there are millions of ways you can go with your design portfolio, and I think because it's one of those things where as designers we have full creative freedom, and that makes it difficult. And especially when we don't know what recruiters are looking for, we start our portfolio. It's a very difficult task. I mean, I follow a lot of designers, and over the years you see very experienced designers. They'll put up a portfolio, it looks good, you think it looks good, they tear it down, they go with something simple, they try to go more complex, they tear it down, they're not satisfied. And it's like everyone has different ways of going about putting their portfolio together, and there's no one right template. And that what makes it a difficult task, especially for those of us who are, and it's just a very, I don't know, it's a difficult thing. For those of us who have jobs, we tend to let our portfolio die. We don't keep it up to date. So that becomes an issue whenever we're looking to go out for a job and someone says, send me your portfolio. Our portfolio's outdated. We feel embarrassed to even send them a link to our portfolio. And so it's a very difficult thing, but I hope to give you some pointers, some things to think about that you can apply tonight, this weekend, or whatever, in terms of putting a strong portfolio together. Because, and I've said this in the past, your portfolio is your golden ticket into landing jobs. It's one of the first things that recruiters, hiring managers see to identify your skill set and really get excited about the things that you can offer to the company. I actually just got an email or message in LinkedIn the other day asking me, Mike, can you put together a course on designing a portfolio? And this is funny because I actually have a 3-part video series in my membership that goes in depth into some of the principles that I'm about to explain here, and it outlines what I consider to be the ideal portfolio. So take a look at that if you're interested at mluxacademy.com. But in no particular order, I want to give you some pointers on some things to think about. Number one, always keep it simple, okay? A lot of times people think your portfolio has to be this big complex thing, and a lot of times the designers are kind of trying to combine a portfolio in addition to creating a website that offers freelance services. And I think I was guilty of that in the past. I think you just separate those two. All right, so start very simple. We're going to be focused on your portfolio. This portfolio is a link that you send out to recruiters, that you post your resume, that you post your LinkedIn account. So when a recruiter or hiring manager sees your profile, whatnot, they click it, they go there and they see your work. Start very simple. That's the very first principle, okay? Secondly, and this is in no particular order, secondly, I like the idea of a Dribbble style approach layout. When I say Dribbble style approach, you ever go to dribbble.com and you automatically jump right in, you see screenshots. I prefer that approach for a portfolio site, and I recommend that, doing that. If you don't have a site and you're curious like which route I should go with the Dribbble style approach. All right, in combination with a Behance sort of collection of screenshots. So when I go to your link, and I prefer and I recommend you have your own personal hosted domain. Okay, so if you can grab your personal name, Mike Locke. If I would do it all over again, I would try to grab Mike Locke or something like that, .com or Mike Locke Designs or whatever, and keep it branded with the name that you're going to brand, right? johnsmith.com. Just brand that name. You can probably add append some things to the name to make it more unique so that you can obtain the domain name. But have a personal name. I would prefer going with Webflow. for various reasons. I can go on for an hour and talk about why I would. I love WordPress. My personal sites have been built on WordPress. But those are some of the options, right? WordPress has a gazillion templates out there. But I prefer Webflow because it's very easy, gives you control over the design. I love what Webflow has done. It allows you to mimic and publish really quick. And so I like the idea of working within Webflow. So have your own personal website. When they go to your site, you have a collection of screenshots, okay? And when you click into one of those screenshots, one of your projects, I say combine it with like a Behance style of vertical screenshots. If you ever go to Behance and you look at some of the top designers there, they have a long vertical scrolling display of their projects in different ways. I love that approach. I mean, it's visually engaging. It's just, you know, you can ooh and ah, you can scroll for days. As you scroll, you see visuals of the projects, and you just really get excited about what they bring to the table, what that designer brings to the table. So I love that approach if you can combine those two. The other principle, so simple dribble style, you know, layout combined with, you know, Behance, long scrolling form of your screenshots. The other one I say is focus on the project itself, not the actual website. Again, this goes back to being simple. Many designers, and this what gets a lot of designers in trouble, is that they spend tons and tons of time building out the actual website of the portfolio and less work on the actual projects. Flip that in reverse. Spend less time focusing on the site, because it's a dribble style approach layout. It's very simple. You shouldn't have to think too much about that, with long form of screenshots, right? So you shouldn't have to spend hours and days thinking about the actual layout of your website. Keep that simple. Your name and branded logo at the top, if you will, and then spend all the time on the actual projects itself. So when you start off with one project, go deep within that project. Design a concept project, and I always say go, you know, showcase around 8 to 10 screenshots, if you will. And then when I go to your website and I click on that screenshot, that little dribble style square, show me documentation of, or document your process and show that to me. So whether you have sketches, whether you have wireframes, whether you have flowcharts, whether you have research papers or sticky notes, whatever it is, whatever you did to actually get to the end result of the high fidelity mock-ups, show me that. All of that stuff is added bonus to showing me your creative thought process behind the designs that you come up with, right? So spend more time working on the projects, less time on the actual website itself, okay? As recruiters, hiring managers, we're not judging you on your website. We're looking at your work and what you can do, all right? The other one I would say is this. As you spend more time on your projects, one thing that gets people in trouble too is that they kind of slip by and not focus on cropping of your screenshots. Make sure that the cropping of your screenshots is nicely done. Nice padding. I even go in depth in one of my videos that show you how to create dribble style, I would call them hero images. So don't just crop out a picture of your mock-up and paste it there as your screenshot. Make sure you spend some time kind of like fiddling that hero image a little bit so that it's visually appealing. If you crop out your images incorrectly, it can really take away and distract from the actual work itself, if you know what I mean, right? If the edges are cropped out and things are touching the edges, there's not enough space, white space around the edges is not centered correctly, it just looks crappy, right? And it takes away from the work and the skills that you put into designing. And so spend a lot of time, you know, really perfecting your cropping of your images, right? Less time on the site design itself, more time focused on your projects and the presentation of the cropped images. And lastly, if you want to add an extra added bonus to that, if I was in the job market and I really wanted to impress recruiters, what I would do is do exactly what I'm telling you now, and in addition to screenshots, scrolling screenshots, I would add a video. Maybe a video like this where I'm actually discussing this project in a little bit more context and kind of just talking through my thought process and coming up with the ideas of that. And now this is an added bonus. Putting a video together is not easy. Trust me, when action starts and the lights are on, it's very difficult to speak clearly and without messing up. And so, but it's something that a lot of designers don't do, and it would put you a little bit over the edge. Meaning, if you put a video together, took some time, a weekend, and really put a little clip together, it could be a 1-minute video just explaining your thought process into the project. It would really give your work some more context and really put you one step above somebody else who didn't put a video together. So that's just a little added bonus. Again, it's not necessary, it's not common, no one really does it. I seen one person really do it well years and years and years ago. I don't even do it for my portfolio, but I would do it if I was cleaning up my portfolio and trying to really get a job in the job market or whatnot. If I was in job, you know, if I was trying to go that route, I would do it, and just to give me an extra edge over others. So those are some of the tips that I have for you. Simple Drupal style layout, in addition to like a Behance vertical scrolling of your images. Focus on the projects, less on the actual work itself. Focus on nicely cropped images and really engaging nice cropped screenshots, and you know, video for added bonus. Anyway, that's my thoughts. If you want to go more in depth, you want to check out the videos that I have together showcasing you how I put together a portfolio like this. You can check it out right now for free. It's in my site at mluxacademy.com on my membership. So you would sign up for my membership program. You can try it out for 14 days free. You can cancel anytime without being charged $19 per month. But getting it for free, you can check it out right now tonight. And my phone's going off telling me about the Dodgers just lost. That sucks, but you can check it out if you're interested. Anyway, hopefully this video was helpful and you gain a nugget or two from this. And I hopefully you know, yeah, you can apply some of these things tonight and this weekend in terms of working out and putting your portfolio together. Anyway, check it out. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments below, or shoot me a message on my website at mluxacademy.com, and I'll try to get that answered for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.